Hey, welcome to Animal Works podcast. I'm Richard, this is Jake. We're back again. Um, we're going to talk a little bit today about our Project Roots thing again. Gave you detail a couple times ago, or last week?
2 weeks ago? Last week? Something like last week.
Last week. So I'm in week 2, day 11, doing the Project Roots, which is no chemicals, no GMOs, no refined sugars, and no gluten. That's kind of what I'm doing to eat. So. Tell you how it's been going so far. First week, first 7 day, morning of day 8, weigh in, down 4 pounds, down 1% body fat. Didn't do any measuring or anything, so not really that important at this time. So that's good, going in the right direction. Feeling pretty good overall. Don't feel a lot of difference right now because I kind of was eating pretty healthy before that. Now it's just cutting out these last few things, and well, today was a little bit different. A little bit different today. We were doing stuff.
We'll talk about that.
So it's all good. I think, like I've said before, I think the effort is going to be in another month. When I'm at a month and a half, 2 months, we get to that 45, 60 day mark, stuff like that, going towards the 90 days. So I'm doing this for 90 days, by the way, in case you're just tuning in, just to see what it does for me. With levels. I'm looking to reduce 10-12% body fat, preferably. Probably drop 30 pounds. My prediction is 30 to 50 pounds losing there, and I've got it to lose. People think I don't, but I do. Always had the body fat struggle, with really kind of getting down to that 10-12% body fat range. I think I started out at 22%. Yeah, I was 22.3% on the body fat, weighing at 240, 6'2". So from there it's going. I feel better. The workout's going great. I'm doing double workouts every day. Most every day, 5 to 6 days a week. Usually it's a single on the 6th day, but I try to do doubles each day, Monday through Friday. It's going well. We do a boot camp style workout in the morning, then I do like a barbell complex or some other type of 30-minute workout in the afternoon. So 2 30-minute workouts a day. That's going pretty well. Also, feeling good. Now, we thought today we were going to be all slick and we're going to go out to like the store and we're going to shoot some video and compare some different food products and everything else. So of course, food we pick on, we go out to Walmart. We're going to Walmart and see what we can kind of come up with. And we're walking around and, it's pretty much...
Don't eat any of it.
Yeah, you just don't eat anything.
None of it.
Okay, there's organic brand stuff, which is, if you're going to go organic, okay, now if you're trying to say not organic, okay, then you're doing non-GMO, non-chemical, meaning pesticides and everything else, the no refined sugars. And refined sugars are funny because they actually get into like honey, especially using in a product, is going to be a refined sugar. Okay, it really is. Molasses, things like that. It's not going to be a natural raw honey, a local honey, something like that. It's going to be a refined honey, and so it's just pure sugar. So those things, molasses, that's all just a lot of sugar. So I'm not trying to be completely neurotic about it, but I'm trying to really kind of stay tight on that because I've kind of battled a little bit of sugar issues and stuff, and I just need to finally get that out completely. And the gluten-free stuff, we're pulling gluten-free product off, and yeah, it's gluten-free, but the rest of the stuff is
it's all GMO.
It's all GMO and chemicals and everything else. You're just like, it's no good. So you can't even, it's like, well, that's no good. So I think people need to be careful. You get fooled. You do the gluten-free thing, and there is definitely a lot of gluten sensitivity. Like I've talked about it. My kids, I know another girl who. At our local Starbucks and stuff, talking to her, same thing, big, got celiac disease, which is a big deal. From brain fog, the whole thing, how it deals with the frontal cortex and all that stuff. It can block blood flow to there, and you're unable to think and remember things and stuff like that, and eczema and breathing, asthma, stuff like that. So there's a lot of effects from that. So yeah, it's gluten free, but then you got to be careful because all the other stuff, it's almost like if you get some goofy prescription drug and they tell you what it does, and then they got 45 seconds of side effects. All the things are going to happen to you. That's the same thing in this box. You're looking at the ingredients going, well, these are the side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gluten free. I won't have that issue, but all the side effects from everything else that's in this stuff, what's that going to do to me? So you gotta have to start looking at it that way. There's some decent gluten free products out there, but again, you've got to look for the rest of the ingredients. You can't stop at gluten free. And some are gluten-free, non-GMO, kosher, non-GMO, project verified, all that stuff good, which is good. Like I said, you got to do a little bit of research you end up putting a lot of stuff back on the shelf. We said, like, let's get 2 carts and we're gonna go and we're gonna put all the stuff in this and we'll compare them and put the good ones that we can, the bad ones in one cart, the empty cart. Yeah, we went up down like 9 aisles and stuff. It's like, you know what? This is just pointless.
There was probably, out of everything we pulled, and really the first 2 aisles even, looking at all this other stuff, there was 2 things that
Yeah.
were decent.
We like peanut butter.
Yeah, see, natural peanut, all natural peanut butter.
I don't remember what the second one was.
The other one was the
Pasta
bar.
sauce?
No, it was the bars.
Oh, the bars, we get
Peanut butter bars.
Larbar?
Yeah.
Larbar, is that what it is?
Some weird.
Larbar, but it's kinda cool, but they were done right. You know, those were really good. You go to we went in, they had the granola section, you know, you got all your power bars and all the other stuff, you know, all your protein bars and everything. And, yeah, there really was one and a half that were good.
Yeah.
You know, that were really worth eating and like, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
All the other ones, every one that I picked up, at least had some part of soy in it.
Right.
Soy something.
Soy protein isolates,
Yeah.
they've got soybean oil, they got canola oils, all this stuff has got all that. You know, most canola oils are GMO, and now of course they're processed too, so you don't want to put those in your body. Really want to avoid oils. Most all oils are processed, even a number of olive oils.
Unless it's coconut oil.
Right, well that's different, yeah, coconut oil is a different, but any refined oil, because coconut's not, but yeah, that stuff is. But, so we're going around and I found a pasta sauce, had a Bertolli, pasta sauce, and they had one that was tomato and basil, regular, and one was right next to it, same jar, same everything, just the label was organic. The organic one was quality, everything except I think it had a little.
The thing at the end, I don't remember what it was, but there was one at the very, very end.
What was that, or kind of a sugar, sometimes they get the sugar in there for me, I couldn't do that, but everything else, but the other one right next to it, you're paying, I think it was a 50 or 60 cent difference or something on it, but the one had all the other kind of stuff in it, not bad, but still had, yeah, it has the, man, this is kind of useless, I forgot what it's called. Just the use of preservative stuff in it, okay, where the other ones don't. I don't get why, you know, one has to have it, one doesn't.
Right.
Okay, so I'm looking at it going, well, they're in the same jar, same lid, same everything, just the, you know, the glued on label is different.
Why do you have to have an organic one when you could just have one that has all the organic ingredients in it? You know what I mean?
Right, now, I don't understand what is that saying about how bad these other ingredients are that are natural if they have to have preservatives in them?
Yep.
You know, so you kind of look at that, you're just looking at them side by side going, well, wait a minute, well, how bad is this stuff, this other tomato that's not organic, this other, you know, ingredient that's not organic, it doesn't keep, and organics do? I don't understand what the difference is. You know, or one has a longer shelf life, one thing I didn't do, I didn't look at the date.
Shelf
There
life.
could be a shelf life date difference, and that's why they do it, that's probably what it is, come to think of it, but you just kind of look and go, this is really strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do you need a preservative in this one? They're both from food, but so that's kind of an odd thing. So, it hasn't been a struggle because I make a great salad in the morning. A lot of seeds, nuts. I got my hemp hearts, stuff like that. A lot of protein. My avocado. I use balsamic vinegar in it. Again, all the greens, all my celery, my radishes, everything else I want to throw in there. That's all real good. Yesterday I went to get eggs. I'm like craving protein. Like I just need a little more protein, some complete proteins and stuff. I'm getting a lot from the other stuff, but working out pretty hard. It's doing well. So I go, okay, I'm gonna go get some organic eggs. I have a friend who couldn't supply me with the eggs. That's okay. It's real cold winter. The eggs aren't, chickens aren't producing at the rate they normally do. But so I go to the health food store to get them there. I mean, they're $6 a dozen. When you get the fully organic, okay, because you gotta be careful. Some even feed them GMO corn. So this is the same thing as getting the GMO. So I had to go with the fully organic because the feed and everything is, there's $5.99 a dozen. So I guess I'll eat 2 a day.
Right, 2 a day.
I used to eat 5. So when I
Only $1 a day.
That's right. So I kind of, so I got that year. So I got some more hemp hearts. So I want to increase that. Then we're in the Walmart here. We're cruising around. We're looking at all the different stuff, and we're in the sardine aisle, which I love.
Done.
So I love sardines. I haven't had them in a long time. I was actually craving them. So my vote is King Oscar. King Oscar is the best sardines you'll ever have. Okay. This was an extra virgin olive oil, and Sardines are awesome. What are you talking about? Everyone should have them.
So good.
At least one of mercury, everything else. So
The herring was way better.
that's true. I also got some smoked kippers, which is a smoked herring
He
actually.
wasn't gonna mention that one. He
That
was
was in
gonna
water.
mention-
But what they have is like the sardines are the bristling sardines, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt. Okay, so Jay brings up the point that, well, the salt is probably an iodized salt, no doubt. There's not that much in there. Okay, so I'm taking the hit. I hate a little bit of that because it's in it. But the benefits of the sardines, the omega-3s, the fish oil, the protein, way better. 14 grams in the can. And then the smoked kippers, the herring, excellent. Same thing. That was the kippers, just smoked and then water and a little bit of salt. You know, but nothing of consequence as far as I'm concerned. So,
We had 2 servings.
yeah, I had a can of each.
So you
So I had 2 cans, yeah. The kippers are
half a can.
half a can is a serving, it's an 8 double can. You had one bite.
I had one bite.
You cut it in my supply.
Tiny.
You took a
minuscule
gram.
little
You took a
bite.
gram of protein.
Yeah, gram.
So anyways, we came back and I ate those. So I bought those and we just left everything else in the cart.
Yeah,
We're gonna do a comparison. It's just there's no point.
it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say, and it could have been because we weren't reading some of the maybe it was on the barcode or not, but out of all the produce that we saw, was pesticides obviously was sprayed on
There's
those.
no GMO.
But I didn't see any GMO ones.
Right.
So that was
So that's a good thing.
a
on
positive
the
thing
produce,
about
right.
Walmart's
Even the
produce.
oranges and stuff like that. So at least this one was non-GMO and stuff, which is really good. One thing you can always compare, if you go to the store, you want to just go to the peanut butter aisle and just grab the different peanut butters. Get like Jif Natural, okay, and compare that to Smucker's Natural peanut butter. You can't believe the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, Smucker's is peanuts and a little bit of sea salt, and then the other one's got the sugar, it's got the molasses, it's got it's not, they just screw up everything. They just can't make peanut butter. Just grind the peanuts, roast them, grind them, and sprinkle a little sea salt in there, you're good to go.
Taste is good, most people
I
say.
don't know, it's weird. Then you get the other ones that are hydrogenated everything,
Mhm.
hydrogenated oils and all that kind of stuff. So, that's kind of a fun experiment. Of course, that was in the same aisle as the bread aisle, which we did in the bottom. That's a layup.
That's just too easy.
And there's nothing good in any of that bread, so just want to stay away from that stuff altogether. But again, up and down the aisles, looking at different stuff, it just got to the point where there's really nothing here to talk about. I'm like, on the produce side, you can get some organic cans of beans that are in non-BPA lined cans, that's all good there. The cool thing is, I will say this, and we talk about the tide changing for health and people's awareness and stuff, which I really think it is, because now I go to places like Aldi's and Walmart, and they have a ton of organics. Okay, you got a whole organic aisle now, USDA certified organic stuff, which is good. So at least it's out there, it's available, even in a large store kind of thing. So that's a really good sign, I think. Aldi's keeps increasing their
Produce and-
their produce, bananas, everything else, but they just keep increasing their line of organics, which is really, really good. Most people think of them as kind of a low end kind of thing, and they've got stuff that you shouldn't eat like any other store, but they're no different than anyone else. But they've got decent produce, and they got good prices in there. Their frozen fruits and stuff are good. There's good things there, It's like anything when you shop, you gotta no one place is gonna have everything you want.
Right.
If you care about what you eat. If you wanna run into a giant Walmart and get everything you think you need, well, you're still limiting yourself in a big way, from getting the high quality that you really.
The one thing I can say is that when it's labeled on the labels, I feel like organic, when it's labeled organic, is a lot different than all natural. And a lot of people see that all natural, we just saw that commercial about it, and all natural, it's just a label, that really doesn't, I would still check the ingredients if it says organic or all natural, I'd check the ingredients either way, but you're safer with the ingredients if you go with the organic rather than an all natural, because they could put all natural on a pizza and.
Right, the problem is natural means it at some point came from nature.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's true for any chemical, anything, it's pretty much, so they can say whatever they want. There's still sugar in it, there's still, any kind of ingredient, even stuff that's even chemically based, is still natural. They call it all natural. Even if they say 100% natural, it still may not be 100% natural as you would perceive natural. you know, so they get away with that. So labeling's really, really
When they
tricky.
put all natural on a frozen pizza, you usually know that all natural just doesn't mean anything.
Right, you've got pepperoni or something on there, so you get that, and it's full of nitrites.
Right.
I mean, it's processed meats. So you gotta be kind of smart. So I don't call it a struggle yet, because I really don't eat that stuff right now. I'm not having any cravings for it and stuff like that. But you know, as you go through that store, I basically left with a can of sardines and a can of herring.
Yeah.
And that's what I left with, you know.
You could have gotten peanut butter, but you
Could have got the
already
peanut butter,
have
I have some at home, and then I could have got some tuna fish, stuff like that, you know. But like I say, you still, it's difficult and it's not difficult. It all depends on like your head and what your relationship is with food. You know, mine is kind of weird, always has been, and I'm kind of getting better. And as I get healthier and more nutritionally, you know, satisfied and healed, I want less and less of the garbage, you know, and I want it less often and everything else. And it's really been pushed pretty far out of my life. But at the same time, you go there, it's like, well, there's really nothing I want to eat here. But I came back like just swooning over those sardines and like, these are so unbelievable. You know, like,
It's like he was drooling before we even
they
got
were
back.
just so good, and they really like hit the spot. You know, they really satisfied me. You know, doing that little bit of fish. You know, so it was really good. And I had one of my protein powerhouse smoothies. You know, which was real good. So I had that too. You know, afterwards, just a small glass of it. But I'm all set now. You know, good. Being at the store, we're kind of hungry, and kind of cruising around, and I definitely see how people, when they're hungry, you're in the store, you're going to make some bad choices.
Don't ever shop hungry.
And,
Don't
and you
ever
know,
do it.
we're trying to take our time and look for something again. It's just, I tell you, it was like kind of a waste of time. You know, we're ready to shoot some video there and get in trouble or whatever, but nothing happened.
Yeah, we were hoping to film the Walmart employees coming up to us and telling us we can't film and kick us out.
But it didn't happen because
But
we
it
didn't
didn't.
film.
There was nothing to film.
It's just not worthy of it, you know. So I think, well, maybe I don't. You know, sometimes I generalize and think that people are thinking healthy and they kind of got the general idea, but most people don't. You know, they're still a long way from understanding what and where what our food source is and where it comes from. You know, and it's been so utterly changed. You grab one of those healthy choice frozen dinners, right? Yeah, you pull it out. It's just a giant chemical.
It was like 50 ingredients on the back of it. It was just
It's
the worst
incredible.
of the worst.
You know, but it's healthy choice. It's a healthy choice,
Mm-hmm.
as they say. So that's the stuff you got to be careful of is the poor marketing or the deceitful marketing, we'll call
Yes.
it.
Not poor marketing, because they're making a bunch of money on it.
If you guys saw any of our posts, we had that kind of funny. There's a funny video we shared on natural.
All natural
Yeah, it's
commercials.
all natural little videos about 3 or 4
Give that
minutes long.
one a look.
It's a good parody.
Pretty
Scroll
fun.
through our stuff and see it on our page there on the Amworks Facebook page.
Yes.
Very great. But that was really, it's pretty funny, but it's true, but it's funny. It was really good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going forward with this. Obviously, you know, I wanna get, cause I'm this strange, I'm actually looking forward to that 45 to 60 day and see what, you know, it's gonna be a struggle where I'm at, and see what happens. So, yeah, we'll just keep logging. I was shooting some videos kind of daily, every other day, stuff like that. And I'll keep doing that when they're relevant. I'm just not gonna get on and tell you my workout. That's kind of a waste of time. So when I've got something pertinent to say, I thought I'd be doing a little more videos each day and
You know,
stuff.
I do have to point something out about that, which my mom had actually pointed out to me yesterday that I thought was pretty funny and humorous. When you're taking those videos, Mom's like, there was one thing I noticed in every one of those videos. I was like, what's that? He goes, well, he's wearing an Anytime Fitness shirt in every one of them.
Not every one, like one or two, you know. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm confident. They're not my competition.
Right,
I'm
right.
not worried about it, so I don't care what I wear. You know, because I like that stuff I wear to get sweat, dirty, and work under the car and stuff like
Right.
that. You know, anything
Get
shirts I can
crazy.
trash, I don't care about. You know, the quality shirts I gotta keep.
Right.
They gotta look good. So yeah, but it's kind of funny. I did that on purpose just to be humorous. You know, but yeah. So just watch for those. I get them posted when I can. Sometimes they load, sometimes they don't. I don't know. It's kind of.
And next week we go to Highlander to raid their produce.
Schnucks.
Schnooks, I should say.
Yeah. That's bad. Well, we're just taking a look at these places, you know, and seeing what's out there, and it's, you know, like I said, attention. I've been washing everything in the apple cider vinegar and water, all that, soaking all my stuff, rinsing all off, prepping. One thing I've changed is I do prep all my food at night for the next day, even make my juice for the next day at night. so I get that extra 45 minutes of sleep in the morning. I'm getting a little tired of getting up at 3:15 in the morning. So I'm like, I need a little more sleep. If I can get home, knock that out, spend some time with the kids, and then go to bed. Give me a little extra time in the morning. So.
Right.
And it's not quite as loud in the house, juicing and blending and doing stuff like that, waking the rest of the house up at 3 in the morning. So it's good. So hopefully you're following along with this stuff and maybe trying a little of this yourself. Just getting aware of it. You know, just, I'd say even without doing it, like forcing yourself or whatever, or trying to do the difference, is just start looking at what you're eating. You know, start to realize, well, this could be, actually we had a list of 97 ingredients that are GMO. Okay, or potentially, or a lot of them are, but
Right.
potentially not. A list of 97, which I left on the self-checkout thing. So we educated some other Walmart.
Right.
So what are these? I don't even know what a GMO is.
And the scary part is that, you know, people like you are gonna know what a lot of them are and what they can do. But even the common, like, shopper, the average shopper that at least looks at the ingredients once, knows what half of those are, half of those ingredients. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they're so common in our food that people be like, oh, I've eaten stuff with that in it before. You know,
Yeah.
that's how scary.
Xanthan gum.
Yeah, it's in everything.
It's in everything. You know, stuff like that. But you're gonna find a lot of that stuff. You know, aspartame.
Aspartame, Diet Cokes,
Yeah.
all the diet stuff, light stuff.
There's just so much, and you don't realize how much this affects our food supply. And the problem is people don't believe it's unsafe. They haven't seen the studies. A lot of the studies are hidden and whatever. We won't get into all that stuff, but basically, just trust me. You can't take a piece of dirt and put it into corn and make new corn. All right, it's just, it doesn't work that way. You know, it's not good for your body. Your body will not recognize that. Just like it doesn't recognize hydrogenated oil. Okay, it doesn't recognize all those processed oils. It causes your body to go into sickness. Okay, it causes inflammation in the body. It causes you to store fat on your body. It's not good. So all this stuff, and that's why people are like, well, it's not like you're going to die from it. Well, yeah, you will actually. You know, it's just not going to happen after you have a bite. Okay, it's going to take time, and those effects of that food are going to have that cause in your body, which in turn starts to stack all those issues, and then you'll end up dying from something else that 5 of those issues then cause this to happen.
Or they'll just put you on medication.
Right, or you're stuck, you know, trying to chase all the symptoms, all the side effects of those food. Then you chase those with prescription drugs, which then have their own side effects, and pretty much you're kind of on a prescription life support, and can't figure out what's wrong. Why you can't just get better? Why can't you feel like you did when you were 20 or whatever?
So much fun.
You know, so it's complicated. Again, I'm just beating the drum for just trying to be as healthy as you possibly can. Knowing what you put in your body, that's a big deal. I always tell people, you know, I know people are going to buy a TV or a computer. Man, they will research for 2 weeks. They'll know every gigabyte and this, that, and screen size and color and option, all this stuff. They'll spend hours, 8, 9 hours, 10 hours to purchase a TV. But they won't look at the ingredients on what they're putting in their face.
Yep.
You know, so and say they don't have time. You go,
Right.
You got time.
I think another big thing too is that people say, oh, eating organic and stuff like that, or switching my foods out is going to be way more expensive. Switch a few things at a time.
Right.
You know, the tomato sauce, or even some of the peanut butter. Is your health not worth 62 more cents?
Right.
People don't realize that it's not that.
Celery. Okay, you want to buy one organic produce, that should be celery. It's the most highly sprayed, pesticide-ridden product, like in all produce. Okay, so you're gonna buy one organic produce, it should be celery. Look for it. Don't be fooled by the Biggest Loser celery. We sell
Right.
that in Walmart.
Biggest Loser.
The Biggest Loser celery. I mean, what is that?
The fat just rolls off.
I guess you lose fat twice as fast if you eat
Yes.
the Biggest Loser celery brand. It kills me these days. You know, it's just all marketing, which, you know, you just gotta be smarter than the package. Okay, so that's our takeaway today. Be smarter than the package.
Be smarter than
You gotta be smarter than the package.
right.
But yeah, that's just be aware. Start to look at look at the ingredients only. Forget all the other stuff. Go to the ingredients. You know, again, if you can pronounce it, fantastic. If you can't, probably shouldn't
Oh,
be.
not good.
Okay, find one with less of those then. If you can't find one that is just all natural, whole, real food, find one that has less.
The less ingredients, the better.
Right, the less unpronounceable ingredients, the better.
True, yeah.
So just think about that and keep going, keep working out, keep doing the exercise. That's a big part of this. It makes me feel very good. My energy levels are up. I feel good. I can always have energy. I think I have more. I tend to be bouncing around a little bit more. All right, again, so just pay attention, be healthy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Like us on Facebook. Yeah, so like us on Facebook.
We're on Twitter too, if you wanna go on there. We're on
Yeah,
Twitter.
if you're a Twitter person,
You
do
can
that
go
as well.
on Yelp, and we just created a
Yelp.
Yelp account.
Yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
watching this, check us out on Yelp. Find us on Yelp. Do that.
We're
And
going.
man, just have an awesome week.
I
All right.
think we have an Instagram too, so.
Hey, we're cool. See ya.
See